All right, so obviously you weren't there the first week in November when we took our original videos, so we don't have one to compare to. So this will be the first opportunity for you to see yourself synced up from 2 points of view. We'll take that back, let you watch that again. One thing that both these clips demonstrate pretty good job of, that I know we do mention sometimes, is imagining there's that wall right here and that we're rotating through that wall versus into that wall. And if we keep that there, we can see we do a good job of exactly that, right? We're not over here, we're through here. And the same thing can be said about this pitch over here as well. So we know that this is exactly what we're looking for in terms of how we are able to rotate energy straight forward. And then we also know the throws that we break that wall is probably explaining the reason that we're having some sort of crazy miss. And in that instance, it's more likely a high arm side miss, or we're yanking a low glove side miss. Getting momentum going towards the target was just the theme of all of our guys, right? Of as that leg is coming up, not just being in that same spot, right? But getting that body to gain ground. We have the old video on the left and the new video is on the right. So we play that, we're going to see that we're still at the same exact position in terms of our body's ability to gain ground to the target. I do like that the glove is not so high up in the sky above your head. But if we're looking to make that next jump in velocity, we need to learn how to get things moving, so that way we can get things released out in front. What we're going to notice is because we're not able to go down that mound with any energy, we're stuck at releasing this pitch right in line with our body. And that's just going to minimize our fastball's velocity. It's going to minimize our breaking ball's depth in its break. So those two things go hand in hand there. So we're going to want to continue to recommit to that 3-stage gain ground during my leg lift drill to help us continue to train that body to trust that it can go forward during the leg lift. We want to get momentum going to the target. We got old video on the left, and we got new video on the right. So if we kind of draw those lines just to help us visually see progress towards the target. And we're going to see leg comes up, ball tap, leg descends, body is back, but body is not gaining ground. So if we're looking to gain that little extra velo, if we're looking to be able to control the running game a little easier, we're looking just to be able to get that momentum going to the target just a little bit sooner instead of a drop and drive. We got the old video on the left, which is playing and playing and playing and playing, because the new video, we're doing a fantastic job of really getting that body going aggressively. we would say this is that like abbreviated leg lift, right? Your old one is the full leg lift. This delivery is the man on third, man on second and third, bases loaded, right? When we don't have to worry about that open base, that's this delivery. And then when we got that guy on first base, first and third, we got to get it up, get it going. So great job committing to our drills, both throwing and non-throwing, to help us learn how to get this body going a lot quicker. You bust this delivery out, and there ain't going to be a whole lot of guys in your conference that are going to have the speed to get to first base unless you got just the worst catcher in the world back there. So same thing, we talk about momentum towards the target earlier in the delivery with the old video here on the left. Our new video here is on the right, and draw some of those lines just to help us visually see momentum. And the real difference is just like the height of the leg lift here. The time at which we go forward is still relatively the same point in time. So the big improvement, though, is that it's quicker, right? If we feel confident doing this delivery, we have successfully reduced a good amount of time in our delivery, right? Up, and then we're going. So if you feel confident with that, we can definitely work with that. And I'm sure your catchers are going to be very thankful for that. So like we discussed, when there's a man on third, a man on second and third, bases loaded, this is the delivery we can be using. And then when there's a man on just first or a man on first and third, this is the delivery we're busting out. So we got old video on the left there that's playing with the new video on the right that's just now starting. And obviously, if one starts before the other and the release occurs at the same time, that means one delivery is faster than the other, and that's the new video. So with the old on the left and the new on the right, we were able to see that we are able to achieve almost just the same height of a leg lift, but because it's coming up faster, our body is able to get going sooner, which results in a faster time to the plate, which is allowing our catcher more time to help us control the running game. So again, when there's bases loaded or men on second and third or men on just third, this is the delivery that we can use if we want. And then when there's an open base somewhere, this is the delivery we bust out that shuts the running game down. We can also bust this delivery out even if it is a runner just on third and we want to catch the batter by surprise. We get on them a little bit quicker. It's a weapon that we can use. So good job committing yourself to the drills, both throwing and non-throwing, to help your body get adjusted to working at a quicker tempo than you're accustomed to.